depression.
times. There were hard times over there then.
Oh, sure.
It was only kind of, after prohibition and all
It's Al
that.
Capone.
That was coming on,
that.
and that was coming on to the Second World War
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was, but there was prohibition and all the way back.
And the depression too.
Depression and things, but there was big write-up. I remember the write-ups he got, and all the papers.
But he wasn't married.
He was only 24 or 25.
He was older than
Must
that,
be
yeah.
heaven for. And, all his promotions now, he's manager of this store. He's only that age.
There was a girl and it broke her heart.
Huh?
He was going with a girl and she was devastated.
Was he?
Girl
Was
in
it
Philadelphia. Mary was telling us the other night it was a girl from Philadelphia.
Probably true. I didn't know.
She told us her name and everything.
I'd have only been about 14 or 15 then. How it is, just don't remember. Because
Tommy was okay then too. Mum was saying
Yeah.
Tommy had the greatest style. And really good looking and very. Remember how Tommy used to
But
dress?
I was saying to Doreen there, but we're talking about the difference. Talking first about Glenbean, and I hate to hear
Oh
my
God, forget
boys
about
even talk
Glenbean
about
now.
Glenbean.
You hate to
There's
hear
always
what?
quarrels about that old farm.
But it's still very
Who
serene.
got it or who
We were
didn't.
just talking about it there tonight, but it's very serene up around there, Molly.
Eh?
You're at peace when you're up around there. Do you know that? There's something about that.
There's peace and tranquility. Anyway, go on with your story. Tell us what Tommy was like when he was young.
Well, I'm not going to say nothing hurtful to him. I'm
No,
going
I'm
to
saying
say
Tommy was.
I heard of more quarrels with brothers way back in the older generation, the head of Glenbean. I never saw it produce very much, or much, what do you say, happiness. Things were pretty hard.
It was hard everywhere.
Quarrel when Tommy went off to England years ago with Ruth Nelson's motor factory in Birmingham.
Close your dress, sir.
Your
What's the matter
dress
with your dress?
and the buttons open to.
Timothy, God, you have that on the camera.
There's no medal. Go on, when Tommy went to work in England and what?
Sean, I wish you would stop
Ox.
there in the video. We can't even talk right
Ah, sure you
Especially
can.
when we're talking.
Your dress is okay anyway.
Is-
No, it's not at all.
You still get that room on, Joe?
No, it's all good.
I'm tired of bruising.
Oh,
Well, check her out tomorrow night on your TV.
Daddy always would say before he died.
Well, whatever, I can't help it.
You only
It's there,
started that.
born with
I
me,
started
never
that
said
being
it.
more with him. So go on and tell us, Tommy went to Manchester and he was a good looking hunk of a man.
No, what
No,
I was
you
going to
wasn't.
say first was...
You were after Tommy, weren't you?
You fancied Tommy,
I
man.
remember grabbing me, walking up the lane,
Tommy?
grabbing me. I was
And
only
pulled you up the
13.
Tommy?
I kind of knew the difference then between...
Yeah, no, but they start grabbing you again now.
Listen to you.
God damn it.
I remember Eddie was coming behind. It used to be great in those days for Kaelin. People went to others' houses and everybody went. And these McCulloughs, there's a cottage down at the bottom of our lane.
Wally's.
Annie McCullough, yeah. And she was up there to care for her grandfather, and she had a brother with her, young guy, And so she used to come to our house so often. We lived up the lane, farmhouse. She used to get milk and stuff like that. And I remember we coming up the lane this night, coming back up to our house on top.
Tommy.
I was pretty big in my age. I was only 13, but I grew and then I stopped growing. And then Tommy grabbed me and
That's just
I
a little
don't think
big
I
buzz.
resisted. I can't remember. But I remember Eddie said, for Christ's sake, will you leave the cutty alone?
She's only a cutty.
You
That
remember him
was
saying
me.
that?
He came behind.
Do you remember him
Not
saying that, Molly?
He says, Christ, look at the big fellow, would you leave the cutty alone? That's my hand.
Ah!
And you remember them words?
I do, I remember everything.
And did you like Daddy at that time too? So you were loving him from you were 10 or 11.
Did I, John? Told you on last
What
night.
age did you meet Eddie at, Molly?
She fell in love at age 11 with
The very first time that I knew Eddie, and I never told this to John when I was only about 8 or 9.
We're not going to get through all this
I was
tonight.
round
No.
selling tickets. I
That's
didn't tell
fine.
you afterwards, but
Aye?
I was round selling
Before.
tickets for my school. Only about 8 or 9. I remember the wooden cap pulled down like this. My father came round with me to these houses to sell tickets. What a stupid thing. Daddy came with me, and then we went into this wee small house. They called it the Holla. Went in there. There was a couple of old people lived in there, and he was sitting there. It was right near where Eddie lived. Just he was only up the field, you know, just about a quarter of a mile up. They lived, but they used to come down, and these people lived in the valley, and they lived higher up. High up. I don't mean that as regards highness, but just to live further up. And Eddie was there. That's about the first time I knew him. I was about 8 or 9. His daddy was with me.
And he was
Under this
16.
wooden cap. Terrible things at 6 or 9.
And you fancied him even then, you
Remember
like?
the little light there, and it was in a bottle. And this bottle was hanging there, and it was like a wick and paraffin oil in it, and it was blazing. It was hanging there by the fireplace where they used to open.
And it said to buy tickets. The daddy said to buy some tickets to the cutty.
And I went in with my tickets to sell. There were only something like a penny or 2 pence each in those days. School tickets. And I remember Eddie says, first we'll have to take a couple of tickets up the cutty. That was me. And he would have been then about 17 or 18, but I was about 9. Bought the tickets, and I was pleased about it. He bought 2 or 3 tickets of me. And I thought that was great.
Is that why you remember it so vividly?
Yeah.
Because he bought the tickets?
Because you liked him
Bought the
and he bought.
tickets, because he bought the tickets.
And then at 10 or 11, when was your first fancy to him?
Well, I never stopped thinking about him then.
You fell in love with the
Because he bought the tickets or because
No,
you...
not
Loved him.
really because of that. Something else. Must have bothered me.
So then you used to sit up and looking at her, waiting for him to come around.
Yeah, tonight me talking like this, but it's true.
10 or 11.
He'd want you talking like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just, right away, I don't know what crazy notion I took, but this girl that I talked about earlier, McCullough, you know, Annie McCullough, she was about, well, she had been 18 to 20, this girl was carrying her grandfather as I talked about earlier. And somebody said to her that Eddie wanted a date with her, but at the time I think she went out with Tommy once or twice. They seemed to be the they seemed to be the
Elite.
film stars of the country in those days.
Tommy and Colin,
In
was
the
that?
old
And
days,
Tommy.
in the old days. So anyway, she said to me, well, Tommy's nice, but you should go with Eddie. I can remember me only young. She's far, far nicer if I were you. Go with Eddie. I remember me at day. I think she did go out with Eddie once or twice. Whatever happened then really kind of fell through. But that went on then.
So when did he first ask you out on a date, Mommy?
Did you ever ask me out as well?
You asked him?
He just grabbed me once coming from some dance or something, that's it.
At a barn dance?
I was only about 11, I sat in John's story.
Yeah, we won't go
I
through.
feel awful, people think
It's silly, we're
I'm
talking
not.
about Daddy,
Yes,
Mommy,
it
just
was.
for a couple of minutes.
Just for Dad's sake.
Ah.
No, I'd like me to say it, because I never really told him that I loved him ever.
Well, none of us ever do, Mommy.
And we had this fort up in our land, you know, where ferries used to go
Ferries.
here and all that sort of
Gay guys.
I made my daily visit to that fort. And I could see Eddie's home so well from there. It was up high in our land, you know.